Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2. Now, I had to just replay the entire Crossroads Keep thing in order to get through this and be able to get out, because apparently you have to keep Vale, at the very least Vale alive. I think two of them alive. Vale and Savan both have to be alive, as far as I know, at the end of the fight. Maybe just Vale. So I had to redo this fight all these times until I finally got to where they just barely survived. That took a long time. I'm not going to put that in anything. Oh, and then looks like somebody just died. Well, that's interesting. I better get out of here before my ticket out dies. Yeah, let's go. Savan gets some men down here to haul this Luskan filth out of the keep. Should we bury them, sir? Don't bother, just pile them up and burn them. And see if we can't get that glowing door upstairs open as well. Don't want to leave any surprises for the next tenant. Yeah, I had to basically redo that fight like 7 or 8 times before I managed to get those two to survive, because they had a bad tendency to teleport in and charge in, and it was just messy. It was all due to the AI too. If they stayed back, I would have been able to do it no problem, but they didn't. And what is this? Oh, this is interesting. I guess we should have buried him. We got some shadow creatures now.
Forgive me, Master Aldenon. I'm afraid I do not understand.
Very well. Let us set aside the broader metaphor of the stone and narrow our attention to the fact
Good
that
old
it has been
Aldenon.
cleft in two, which, while not a fact, is a smaller metaphor than the first. You see, at first glance, the two halves both appear as separate stones, but they were both once one stone. Yet not.
Ah, welcome. I was just speaking with Master Aldenon concerning one of the prisoners you recovered from Garius. A woman, but not of Neverwinter or Luskan, or even perhaps this plane of existence. The prisoner has
There
asked
she is in
for
the
you,
background.
personally. I was hoping you might be able to help us
gift.
out concerning her identity, or her intentions. Aldenon has a theory, but I'm afraid...
If you both would simply listen. The comparison to a rock, a big rock, is a simple one, almost perfect. This prisoner you have, it seems that she is of the same stone as the Githyanki, but yet she is not.
She's a
You see,
Githzeri.
both were once one people. At one time, even though time is a very difficult thing to measure depending on the plane. And that's not counting time in the astral plane or on...
Forgive me, Aldenon. Is this prisoner a threat or not?
Maybe.
Oh, I don't know that. I do know that the Githzerai and the Githyanki have been in a state of war for millennia. It is common knowledge.
Of course, an oversight on my part.
So, I should think if your young lieutenant here, well met again, by the way, you seem to be everywhere, is hunted by the Githyanki, then the Githzerai and this
Wait,
Githzerai
all of a
prisoner
sudden I'm a
would be
lieutenant?
allies by default. But I could be mistaken. I suppose we could see if she tries to kill any of us. But
It's like
that
I
test
jumped
has
storyline
numerous
routes.
procedural flaws in its execution, if you will pardon the semantics. She seemed reasonable enough when we spoke together in Crossroads Keep, but there was a foot of stone between us, which is notoriously hard for a blade to cut through to kill someone on the other side.
Unless you're
And
really
speaking
strong.
of Crossroads Keep, I am rather anxious to return there, so if you would both excuse me, I will set out there at once to see if we can dig anything out of the library there.
If
Good
you say
day,
so.
And I hope the prisoner doesn't attempt to kill you. She didn't seem the type, but you know how assassins are.
Despite the advice
Get
of Master
Aldenon out of here,
Aldenon,
please.
I think it would be best if you simply spoke to the prisoner and let this matter sort itself out, without further speculation.
I felt your presence before my eyes fell upon you, Kalakcha. Step forward. Let me look upon you.
Sure, they said you asked for me by name.
Your name. Your name is not how I know you.
Oh,
Know
this is,
name our enemies have
Gives
draped
me
upon
flashbacks
you.
to
This
Planescape.
Kalakcha. Its sound travels far, even reaching the ears of my people. At first, my people thought our enemies had erred, that they did not know that of which they speak. But here, now, as you stand in my presence, I see the truth. I did not think it possible, but the key by which you may know yourself
Really? And what is
lies
that?
within you. I know much of the problems that beset your people and mine. The reason behind these attacks upon your heart and home. You will have no greater ally in this than I. In exchange for my aid, it is my will I be freed. so that I might travel with you and aid you against
That'd be
these
great,
enemies.
but I think my main party is about full. Why do you want to travel with me?
This cell is abhorrent to me. It is a shackle of stone encasing me. It causes memories of the ways of the Illithids to surface in my mind. I have borne this indignity because I knew that it would bring you to me, and a greater truth will be known.
Yeah, her lines keep getting cut off, and that's not my fault. It's just a fault of the engine I'm using, I think. So in exchange for what you know, you only asked to travel with me.
I heard you were here. You fought bravely, and we took them almost completely by surprise. You are to be commended, both for your efforts and the lives spared this day. Had you not been there, we would have many less brave men standing with us today, along with what may be the key to taking this battle to our enemies.
Indeed.
In freeing me, know you have gained more than you ever would have torn from the lips and thoughts of our enemies.
Then speak. Aldenon does not think you are allied with these enemies, these Githyanki, and his word carries weight with me, fortunately for you.
Then know the trade between us is this. Release me from this prison. Let my path become that of the Kalakcha. In return, I will grant you the knowing of this threat.
So information
and all
for
the
party
darkness
member.
its shadow casts.
We promise an honest
Sure.
hearing, and if your tale rings true, we will grant your freedom.
Then listen to me, and know this threat for what it is. But we cannot do it here, in this prison, where my words echo and the shadows fall thick around us.
And why should
So
we
off
allow
to
your
elsewhere.
freedom until we hear what you have to say?
Because if you deny me that,
Everybody's lines
then
getting cut
anything
off.
I can do to aid you will prove useless. I seek to know this plane, this world that I am to help you save, and to speak honestly to it, so that it might hear what strikes at its heart. And that means that I must see your lands, what you would spill blood for, and what you have spilled blood for.
Then I know of just the place where you can see what we fight for. Make your
Crossroad
way back to
Keep.
Crossroad Keep as soon as you're able. I shall meet you there.
Okay. So I get levels up. And I gotta pick my party. And I've gotta redo it with her. So tell you what, I'm gonna leave Nishka here for now. I am going to pick up Kara and Sand. Maybe I should replace Sand. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to replace Sand for now. So who leveled up? Excuse me while I look.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, the level up was probably Sand. Ah. Oh well. Let's rest here. Actually, first let's
Make
take a
your
look at
path
her.
mine.
So she is a level 14 cleric. Her feats are combat casting. She's got meta magic. She's got extra turning. She's like generic cleric. Nothing really great. I will turn her to puppet mode on, and let's see what what she's got here. Oh, all these inflicts. No. No, what is she? Lawful neutral? No, not inflict. Got to do cure minors to keep people to get people up, and drop these inflicts because I think she can spontaneously cast. What can she spontaneously cast? Spontaneous conversion into. A good and neutral cleric can spontaneously cast healing spells. She doesn't need any of these healing spells memorized. Who picked her spell layout? I will do Bane a couple times, and I will do Divine Favor a couple times, and I will do, maybe Sanctuary? And Shield of Faith. How's that sound? And then for level 2, again, don't need any of these inflicts or heals. Don't even know if I need lesser... Oh, she's got Melf's Acid Arrow? Nice. Alright. I will take Bull Strength. Twice. And I will take, I think I will take Melf's Acid Arrow. What's Living on Death do? So they get Immunity to sneak attacks and critical hits, but I don't really need that. Let's go with... What's Stabilize do? Stabilize heals everybody. I don't need that, though, because people don't bleed out in this particular one. Shield Other, maybe. Nah. It's not as good as the other one, so we'll just take Acid Arrow twice. Level 3. She's got Invisibility Purge, which is nice. I don't think I need Remove Blindness and Deafness. Nor Remove Disease. So I will take... Oh, we will try... I don't know Anime Dead. I've already got my limit on other stuff. What's Assay Resistance? I may take Assay Resistance once. But I really don't think I'll need it. Glyph of Warding. A magical zone that deals 1d8 points of sonic damage per 2 caster levels to all creatures in the area of effect. It's kind of like an area of effect spell then. Not too bad. Lesser Visage of the Deity gives +4 to Charisma bonus in addition to the following effects. Get some resistances. Do not need that really. I will take Prayer twice. Prayer can be really useful. Alright, next one, level 4. We're gonna drop that in the Cure and the Inflict. And we will take... We got Hammer of the Gods. What's Hammer of the Gods? Oh, it's a group... It's an AoE Smite. Okay, that's not too bad. Freedom of Movement might be useful. Divine Power is useful. Dismissal is useful. We'll also take Recitation, and we will take... maybe a second Hammer of the Gods. What's Castigate? Not super useful, so I will take... what's Hypothermia? It is a single target damage spell. I may take that. And then, of course, take away the Mass and Afflict. For level 5, we will take... maybe Battletide? Yeah, I will take Battletide. That's a group buff. Next one, Harm is going to be useful, and Heal is going to be useful. I think that's actually going to be useful. Then level 7. I think level 7's good. Anything really good on level 7? I think I may take the summon creature, the high-end summon creature. And there we go. Now we can rest.
Fall in behind me here.
So I've got some buffs now. Not that it's going to come in super useful, but if we got to use her, we got to use her. Alright, and I can't leave, which I think is a bug of the thing that I'm using, so I will be right back. Alright, here we go, finally loading. That's the only problem about the client extender that I'm using, is that it clears up the animation, but sometimes it has some odd bugs. So I've got to go to Crossroads Keep. Yeah. Where's the easiest way to go? Okay, here we go.
Yes.
She is still encumbered. Let's see about her inventory. Okay. Here we go, inventory. Inventory management. So we got a Tower Shield +2 versus a Mirror Shield. What does Mirror Shield do? It gives you spell resistance 12. So I think I'm gonna toss these wands over there. Oh.
Very well.
You're over encumbered, RPG crawler. This is the same old problem. Let's go ahead and let's move something. Let's move some Cure Light Wounds potions over. There we go.
Yes.
Well, we're still encumbered here. Okay, we don't have any any foot slot equipped. So gargoyle boots may be decent. Does that actually bust her AC up at all? Wait, why are my people still moving over there? Wait. Here. Yeah, that does bump her AC up. Nice. What else we got here? We need to get this. Is this going to boost her AC? Yeah, it does by 1. It takes away her spell resistance, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and give her... I don't know, we're going to give her something. I'll toss the mirror shield over to my cleric. My cleric ain't got anything going on for her. Let's move one of these magic bags over. What's in this? Lots of miscellaneous stuff.
Yes.
Here, make yourself useful and carry stuff. She needs armor. She has no armor. Here, use this. Actually, use this.
I cannot move while I am overburdened. I cannot move while I am overburdened.
That didn't help.
Yes.
Everybody,
This is too big.
I can't. What's going on?
Oh my god. Who gets the
I
bag?
cannot. Yes.
There we go. Gotta sell some stuff. But for now, we're good to go. Let's go to Crossroads Keep. Where is Crossroads Keep? Is this it? Yep. Crossroads Keep.
It's seen
Yeah, heading
better
up on in
days.
here.
And will again. This keep was destroyed during the war with the King of Shadows. It was a dark time for Neverwinter, but we persevered, as you have this day.
So am I gonna get it? Looks like Crossroads Keep is being rebuilt.
I have brought you back here under orders, for Lord Nasher has a new task for you, and perhaps our guest can see what it is you'll be fighting for in the coming days. These people you see around you, they are now yours to command as you see fit.
Nice. This is
You
what I
are
like
their
about this game. You get a
captain in
stronghold,
Neverwinter
like
service.
a proper stronghold.
Make this keep ready for war. Gather troops to your banner, and be prepared to strike when this enemy reveals itself.
So I
To
gotta
help
go
you manage the
around
keep,
picking people
Lord
up.
Nasher has assigned you an officer, Kana, and Master Vidal has been contracted to help you rebuild the keep and the surrounding area. You are the master of this keep now. You have earned it
So
through
a
service
proper
and blood,
castle.
and you have earned my trust, and that of Lord Nasher. This is
Yes,
your
such
land.
as it is.
Defend it, for the sake of your people and the sake of Neverwinter.
Look, even now shadows fall upon this plain, yet still its beauty persists. It is not surprising to me that our enemies wish to mar this place with their blades and their war.
Okay, I need to know what you know about this threat.
Know this. The first glimpses of this conflict you have seen are not the first. They are but glimpses of things that travel well into the past and the present.
So this goes
It is
all the
part
way
of
back.
A greater war. A war almost as great as the one that split my people on the Sword of Gith long ago. And the tragedy is tied to such a blade. These shadows you see. There is a lord who dwells in darkness with them. And he has fought on this plane before against those who have embraced
A
Gith's
king
hatred.
of shadows,
The Gith
so to
Yankee.
speak.
This lord and the Gith Yankee, it is difficult to know the true hatred between them. He attacked them long ago, attempted to cast his shadows upon their fortresses in the
And they beat
plains
him?
beyond. The fighting was terrible, fierce, and it was only through the deaths of thousands of Githyanki that this king of shadows was driven back.
But he was driven
no matter
back.
how many countless thousands of their people they lost, they were only capable of severing the portal through which he could attack them. And so,
Well, that doesn't
the
bode well
Githyanki
for
were
me.
denied a victory and forestalled their war for a time. But know that the Githyanki do not forget their enemies. And though the King of Shadows had been driven back, still they sought a way to reach him, to kill him. And as terrible as knowing the followers of Gith hunt for you, even more dangerous is this lord, this King of Shadows.
Well, okay, how do we stop him?
Know that I will aid you if I can, but it may already be too late. The King of Shadows was not always tied to darkness, and that is part of the tragedy. His will was once devoted to an ancient empire, to the protection of its people.
One of the ones
he was
on
once the
Faerun?
light of Ilfarn.
Yep, Ilfarn.
Empowered with the strength to protect them from their enemies. And he was bound to the natural magics of the
Yeah,
plane,
Faerun is just full
the
of
weave.
all sorts of
But
ancient
as much
empires.
as a ritual created the guardian that was to be Shadow, there is a ritual that will unmake him. It is a ritual of purification, designed to allow him peace when his days of sacrifice are done and the Empire needs him no longer. If the ritual does exist, it lies within the ruined Ilfarn.
So I gotta go on
city
a
of
ruin
Arvon.
crawl.
It is there you must go to purify yourself and gain the strength for the battle ahead. I have marked the location upon your map.
Thank you. Okay, so if this is what it takes, then what does a must do?
Know that this path is a dangerous one. Even the people of Ilfarn, as powerful as they were unable to defeat the King of
So they
Shadows.
made something
But
they couldn't
know
unmake.
that this ritual
Nice.
of purification and the blade of our enemies are the only chance of success in this.
Alright, what if I accidentally but what if I accidentally let him loose? Why not just let him rot there?
He can already make his presence felt beyond his chains. The advantage is his. If you cannot strike at an enemy, know your battle is already lost. You doubt me, and that is because you do not know me. You need allies, Kalakcha, not
I don't
more
doubt
enemies
you,
and
I just
doubt to
don't-
divide you. For in dividing the
Don't
mind,
particularly
you divide
feel
the
like,
battlefield and you cut your strength
like
in half.
saving the world
I
like
am
that.
a Zerth, and I swear upon the circle of Zerthamon that what I speak to you I know to be true. And know that your life is as precious to me as it is for the followers of Gith to end it. And this king, know that he threatens us all.
We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Just gotta make a list of stuff to do.
This title of Kalakcha, do you know it? You wear
Nope.
that title because the name knows you, even if you do not know it yourself. But
I
let me
really get
speak my
annoyed
thought
talking to the
plainly
Githzeri.
without circles of meaning. They call you the Shard Bearer, this Kalakcha, because you carry a piece of Gith's blade within you, near the heart, and you have always borne it close to you. It was once said that Gith's blade, once drawn, would never find a scabbard again. And now it is sheathed within you. It sings. And they can hear it as I hear it.
So it wasn't just
whispering
any
all the
silver
hate
sword,
of
it was
Gith
like
in
literally the
war
sword of
she
Gith?
sought to bring to the plains. A war that would have ended us all if Zerthamon had not met her blade with his at the pronouncement of two skies.
So... what must I do?
Know that you are the only one who can reforge Gith's blade and use it once more in a battle. A battle that will free your lands and people from an evil even greater
Except I can't use
than
swords.
the evil the Illithid sought to bring upon my people. There is no other. And if the title of Kalakcha displeases you, then know that you must make another title, and perhaps your name shall be the battle cry by which this ancient enemy, this King of Shadows, will
I
be
got a
defeated.
battle cry. Tentacles! That'll work, right? Okay, so... Will you travel with
I
me?
make this pronouncement to you, greater than the bond of two deaths as one,
I have no idea what
with
that
a
is.
strength that echoes the pronouncement of two skies.
Again, do not
I
know
make
what that
the
is.
pronouncement of three in darkness, two in light. As the two of us shall meet this king in his fortress, it shall become a battle of three. And when it is over, the two of us shall walk in the light, and you will taste true freedom, just as Gith and Zerthamon did when they broke the will of the Illithid at Sargasta's End.
Random
It is
guy
my
just walks
life
by,
I am
shoves her out of the
giving
way.
you, Kalakcha. And I ask that you let me
That was
share
awesome.
your path with you.
Alright, yeah, I thank you, Jaive, and I welcome you to... I thank you, Jaive, and I welcome your help, but I will never pronounce your name correctly.
Then we shall speak no more of it, now that my vow is spoken. Now we must travel to the ruins of the culture of Ilfarn, and there undergo the rituals you will need to arm your spirit against the King of Shadows.
Alright, so where are these
I
ruins?
have marked the location of the city on your map. There we shall find what we seek and complete the ritual of purification.
Okay. Alright. So where's all my peoples? Well, there's Eleni. Actually, let's poke around this place before we head anywhere. Let's talk to this worker. Alright, there's still a lot of loose debris underfoot. What's over here? Kana and Master Vedal.
Yes.
Yeah, where are the rest of my people? Oh, they're still over here at the doorway. Alright, come on. Come on up with me.
What?
Come on, everybody.
Officer Kana, reporting for duty, Captain. Lord Nasher has given you a great honor. But rebuilding these grounds will be a considerable undertaking.
Hey, no problem. We got
And
it.
one I look forward to. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Captain. I am Master Vedal.
Whom
I
the
won't lie
camera
to you.
will not follow.
This keep is in a sad state of repair. We will need all the resources you can bring to bear to fix her up. With the help of my crew, we can turn this place into a true masterpiece of engineering.
Hey, not a
Master
problem.
Vedal is excellent at his craft and capable of what he claims, if somewhat eccentric.
I went ahead and
Oh, now we
inspected the
see.
grounds. There is much work that needs to be done. The courtyard itself is in a shambles, but that can be fixed quickly. Strong backs and long hours and you'll see the shape of the keep. And, well, what's underneath won't be pretty, but before long we'll have the keep cleared out for you.
Want to do
We're
something
embarking on a
about that
true
back
adventure.
entrance that I came in with?
Set the camp over there. I'll draw up plans for the work.
There are preparations I must make.
Maybe
Come
trap
speak
it or
to me
something?
within the keep when you would like an update, Captain.
Alright. So, I guess what I will do is I will talk to Master Vedal, find out if I need to do anything. We've cleared the grounds. As you can see, there's much to do. Work requires a certain amount of coin. My men will need to be fed after all, and the amount of material will not be cheap. There is good news, though. Sir Naval formally commissioned me to work on this project, and Lord Nasher will fund part of it, but the other part is up to you. I will need gold to rebuild, but Nasher's coin will cover expenses for a time. I live for my work, you see, but others don't. How much money did he give me? I do not know the exact figure, but not enough. People just don't appreciate how much good masonry costs. The missive details how much gold Neverwinter has allocated for Crossroads Keep. You can use these funds or your own to work on several things: the keep, the courtyard, the fortifications, the surrounding lands. So, yeah, is there anything wrong? What needs to work in about the fortifications first? Extensive work, and it's also the most time-consuming to work on. The outer walls wouldn't hold out a kobold with a table knife right now. And the fortifications are what Lord Nasher cares most about, but when my men are working on that, they can't work on any other projects until we're done. What about the surrounding land? Nothing is wrong with it, it just could be so much more right. Crossroads Keep is atop a large hill, and the trail could be widened, maybe even converted to cobblestone. The roads nearby have no local lord to maintain them. They could be improved, as well as the bridge, and, well, a great deal can be done. Mostly that will help with trade, and that in turn will help with funding the rest of the projects. Rebuilding roads is simple, but very labor-intensive. When the men are working on that, they can't be doing anything else. How about the courtyard? Whoops, how about the keep? Yeah, no, that's the courtyard. And the courtyard itself doesn't need anything, but there are several buildings that we'll have to built from scratch. You don't have to worry about rebuilding all of it. Some accommodations will be built by people who come to live here. The inn, for example, is already operational, naturally. But there are some buildings that could become shops and those will need work. What needs work inside the keep? Keep has been laid bare to the elements for decades. Many of the rooms are structurally unsound, don't you know? Close off many rooms until my men can work on it. Rubble will have to be cleared and stonework repaired. Alright. So I want to rebuild some things. First of all, let's take a look. I want to rebuild some things. May I recommend doing some structural work on the keep first, so many of the rooms inside are closed off because they could collapse at any moment. What part of the keep do you want to talk about? Let's talk about the surrounding areas. Besides the keep, my men can work on getting the merchant trails in better state of repair. The trail to our keep is especially dreadful. It looks like it was made by goats, not men. Oh yes, and also work on the surrounding roads. Both will help the trade, but they will take time. While my men are working on that, however, they won't be assigned to other projects. Let's pay 10,000 gold. Have the men work on making the trail to Crossroads Keep wider and easier for merchant wagons and travel. Not my favorite to do easy, but will not only help travelers and merchants, but will help me with my materials. I have to go now. I've got to get the infrastructure down. Okay. So he gave us 70 grand. Oh, there's Wolf. Yo, Wolf, what's up? Me and the lads have decided to sign on. We found a good place on the streets with you and yours, and nearly all of us decided to come here. We can run messages, carry pots and pans, and even water from the well. And of course, you need a clear path for you if you need it. Give us time, we'll be able to whisk you in a direction you need, and faster than you can think it, you'll be there. Alright, nice. Let's see what else is down here, though. Gotta work on getting money. And how much money do I have in my pocket? Like what's my overall cash on hand? 159,000. It's not, and I've got like twice as much as Lord Nasher gave me to upgrade this keep with. And I've got a bags full of magic items to sell. Let's talk to Eleni. Yo, Eleni, what's up?
Is there something you need?
Yeah, never mind. Let's move on. Yeah, I don't need Eleni. Let's go back up top, and into the keep. Everybody. Gotta explore my new home. Alright.
It is an honor to serve, Captain. You have been rewarded greatly with this stronghold. Long
Indeed.
have I waited for my blade to be in the service of someone worthy. My waiting is over.
Alright, the honor is much mine to have you, and the others work with you.
You are too modest. We are the ship, and you are the wind that moves us. There is much yet that needs to be done.
Yeah, we need to find out about this place.
Master Vidal can handle. But training the Grey Cloaks to defend its battlements is very important. Training a few men can be done quickly with the right teachers. But Sir Naval has promised 100 men for you shortly.
So 50.
And if the keep grows, so will your retinue and your command.
Okay.
So we must start with the basics and turn these farmers and shepherds into fighting.
First order is to kill them and then get me a bunch of black onyxes so I can animate them. All right. Besides training, what else needs to be
There are
done?
a few families of farmers that will want protection from the local keep, as they had in years past. This section of the high road has also been plagued with bandits since Crossroads Keep fell to the King of Shadows long ago. We have been given the right to tie the merchant trains that come through, but until the road is made safe, any tithe collectors will find the road empty. Merchants prefer
Already
safer,
started working
longer
on it.
roads, especially if they make more profit. But all of this relies on training your Grey Cloaks into capable soldiers.
Anything else?
I will carry out your orders when you are away. Once the men are trained, there are more things they can do. As our numbers swell here, I could use more able sergeants to oversee the men. I can train and assign tasks to sergeants if you find some.
All right, so I gotta go
The
find
decisions
people.
you make here may have a large impact on the cloaks and the people on your land. After some time, I'm certain Lord
And
Nasher
I've
will have
met a
direct
number of
orders
people
for
that
your men.
I need to
But
direct to
until
this
then,
keep
they
over
are
time.
yours to command. Before you leave, Captain, a man named Uncas River Dweller is here. He says he was sent by a mutual friend to help you manage certain aspects of the keep. I am
That'll
not
be
here to
the
judge
Shadow
you,
Thieves.
But is there something I should know, Captain?
Or not Shadow Thieves, but whatever it says. The less you know, don't worry, I'll see to Uncas
Very
personally.
well, Captain. Uncas is over by the corner of this hall. I imagine he wishes to speak with you.
Yes, indeed. So, but first of all, let's talk to Wolf's Minion. Alright, okay, that just lets me have him take me someplace. Alright, now let's talk to Uncas. This is a nice place you got here. It looks like it's got some holes in the wall, but nice all the same. You may have heard about me. I'm Uncas River Dweller. Like you, I come from the docks. If you need something fenced, you can come to me. I've been sent here by Axel, but I want you to know I'm not his puppet. I'll be straight with you. It's my best interest to help you succeed. Axel's still going to have the occasional, how do you put it, a suggestion for you. He'll be able to support you, too. The main thing he wants on us is turning a blind eye and let those cleared by the Shadow Thieves by. The Grey Cloaks aren't like the men in the docks. That could be difficult. I know, some of these farmers pray every night and every morning. There's no way they're going to let the shadier element go by their business. I don't know how you're going to handle it, but I'm here to help if you need it. All right. What's in it for me if I do help? Axel is a very generous man, especially to those moving up in the world. The trinkets you may have got before are nothing compared to how he rewards his most well-placed friends. Enough of this. What do you think about the keep? Right, moving on. Nasher's got his orders for you. Rebuild the defenses and all. Everyone's in agreement on that. We want Neverwinter to be safe. I'll help the organization out. It'll help the organization out if you make sure that the High Road is left to fend for itself like it has been for years. Bring too much order out here and it'll cause problems for our friends. That way things will work out or the same as before. Connell will carry on your orders with the men and I'll pass on news. Just check in with me now and again. Sometimes you might get rewards or opportunities I can pass on. Alright, so I'd like to see your wares first. You got it. What's he got? He's got magic items. And the circling scale, which is immunity to poison and dark vision. Shadow Thief leather armor, which I'm not going to need. I got a bloodletter sword. What's that do? It's a bastard sword plus 4 vampiric regeneration and wounding. That's actually really nice if I was like a warrior type. Katana of the Mummy Lord. Didn't know mummies used katanas. In fact, they shouldn't. That's a plus 5, only usable by undead. What? But what does that help me? Do I have an undead? Do you get an undead? I don't think you actually get an undead. Unless something lets you become undead. Yeah, what's the Katana of the Mummy Lord do? And then that's just the rest. Okay, let's exit that. Let's see what else is in this place. Let's open up this. That is locked and barred. Let's go over here. Just exploring my keep. That gets me to the basement. That's a barred door. That's where Zaiv was, and it's been refurbished. Let's head to the basement. Let's see what's down here. Alright, down into the basement. There's a construct. Nice. Construct makes no response. You might want to ask Grobnar any questions. Okay, where's Grobnar? I've got to bring Grobnar here, don't I? Ah. Alright, just empty space. See, if I get Grobnar down here, he can build. He can repair the construct. I think. But I've already got a lot of people in my party. I don't know. I kind of wanted the construct in my party, but there's like pluses and minuses to that. In the base game, the construct is kind of bugged in terms of his upgrades, which is unfortunate. Okay, I want to let's talk about tithing. You will have the right and duty to collect taxes. It's left to your discretion how much you collect. These funds go to the keep's coffers and can be used for constructions. There are 2 involved, one on merchants, one on farmers. They've been lawless for many years, and the rugged farmers here may not be used to being taxed. The merchants are also used to the keep's portion of the high road being a free road, but a dangerous one. If we tithe them all, they may consider longer, safer country roads or hiring ships from Highcliff until the land is tamed. Any tax you impose may only chase those we need away. Alright, let's talk about something else then for now. Let's talk about I want to organize the men. These men can be assigned different tasks: training and garrison duty, patrolling the roads and the keep's lands, and trying to recruit more Greycloaks. I've assigned the men to training and garrisoning the keep for now. On occasion, special assignments may be available. Alright. So split the men between patrolling the roads and the lands. No. Have the men try to recruit more grain cloaks. Let's go with we need more men. Have them try to recruit more. Okay. Besides that, there's an important decision you need to make. Currently, we only accept the best and brightest, Captain. We may get a few recruits, but each can be trained to become formidable warriors. We should only recruit people that are in good shape and can become good warriors. I only want the best to join my Grey Cloaks. anyone should be able to join and offer amnesty to any criminals we catch if they'll take the cloak. That I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, let's do this one. It will be as you command. What do you want to know? How battle ready are they? Most of my men haven't received a day of training. They may have just been walked off the farm and been given a blade. The men perform their duties with minimal complaint, and there are a few incidents of insubordination. The men's gear is, I hate to say it, pathetic. Most are still equipped with what they brought from home. Alright, let's change subjects. I'll talk to you more in depth about them. Okay, you know what? Farewell for now. You get to change all sorts of stuff. I think I'm going to wrap it up here for now, though. But between now and next time, what I will do is I will think back and I will compile a list of people that we need to visit, because we need to start getting people up to this keep. And we will get that. Anyway, for now, this has been the RPG Crawler with Neverwinter Nights 2. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment if you got any feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content, both tabletop and computer. Until next time, take care and goodbye.